In this short lesson, I want to teach you something about alkali. So if you've got a question, what is an alkali? I want you to understand that an alkali, we are just talking about, this is a what? This is a soluble base. So when we are talking about an alkali, you need to understand that an alkali is a soluble base. We are talking about a soluble base. So you will now discover that an alkali is just a substance which, when dissolved in water, is going to produce an hydroxide ion. So when dissolved in water, it is going to produce an hydroxide ion as the only negatively charged ion, as the what? As the only negatively charged ion. This is what you are supposed to understand. So this is what we get to mean when we talk about an alkali. So we are saying that an alkali is a soluble base, and you know that a base is just a substance which has an oxide or hydroxide of a metal, or it is a protein acceptor. So you now need to understand that an alkali, I've told you that this is a substance when dissolved in water is going to produce an hydroxide ion. I've also told you that a base, since we are talking about an alkali which is a soluble base, so meaning an alkali is a base. So this is also the definition of a base. So you need to understand that a base can also be defined as an oxide or an hydroxide of a metal. We can just say it is a proton acceptor. So this is what we get to mean. I just want you to have a picture about this so that you may understand what I'm trying to explain in this particular lesson. So examples of alkali, we can talk of calcium hydroxide. So examples, we can talk of what? Calcium hydroxide is an example of an alkali. And a special name given to this is called what? This is called lime water. This is what you are supposed to understand. So I want you to know this, and I want you to understand this. Another example, there is what we call ammonium hydroxide. It is written like this: ammonium hydroxide. So ammonium hydroxide is an example of an alkali which is a soluble base. So this one, a common name or a special name given to this, we get to call it what? We get to call it aqueous. So we get to call it aqueous ammonia. So if I tell you what is aqueous ammonia is called ammonium hydroxide. So these are just examples. I guess you are able to hear me. You are able to get what I am explaining in this particular lesson. So certain physical properties of these alkalis, you discover that so some physical properties that you need to understand. I just want to summarize this particular topic so that you try to get one or two things. Even as I teach you this, maybe there is someone that has not joined me. This is your academic tutor for maths, science, biology. I'm here to help you get a distinction in an easy way. So this is my number. You can drop a text on WhatsApp just now. Drop a text on WhatsApp. I get to help you. Even as you are texting me, note that these are not free lessons. I get to have people that text me to say, are these lessons for free or what? These are not free lessons. I get to help you get a distinction at an affordable fee, just 100 kwacha per subject. This is 2025, 2nd January. So some physical properties of alkali is that these alkalis that we are talking about, or these alkalis that I'm teaching you, you need to understand that they've got pH values. So I will say they've got pH values which are greater than, pH value are greater than what? Are greater than 7. pH values are greater than 7. So these ones discover alkali. These, we are now talking about what? Alkaline. Any alkaline solution is greater than 7. And then you also need to understand that they've got a soapy taste, or we can say they get to have a slippery taste between them, or we can say slippery between fingers, like something like that. And you also need to understand that they get to turn red litmus paper to what? To brew. So they get to turn a litmus paper. Have you seen? So when we put them on a litmus paper, discover that they get to turn a red litmus paper brew. This is what you need to understand. What are certain chemical properties of this same alkali? So we now go to what? Chemical properties. I'm just summarizing these things. There are quite a lot of them, but these will enable you answer some questions in an exam. So this is just a summary. I'm summarizing this particular topic. We now go to chemical properties. Some of these chemical properties, we already know them. Maybe we just don't know that this is it. So the first one, I'll just give you one. This is just like a jonko, so that you people should join me. I help you at an affordable fee. So I'll just talk about one property, then we are done. I guess we've revised through. This video is public, it's a public video, but join me for some private lessons where I get to explain these things. I give you a lot of properties such that if an exam comes, you'll be able to answer those questions that will come in your exams. So I want you to tell you that when an alkali, you need to know that when an alkali reacts with, so an alkali gets to react with a base. So when it, when it reacts with an acid, an alkali, it's a base. So when a base reacts with an acid, what we get to form this side is a salt and what? Salt and water only. These are the only things that get to be produced. A salt is produced. What is a salt? By definition, you need to know what a salt is. So you need to understand that a salt is a substance formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid are fully or partially replaced by a metal or ammonia. So you need to understand that a compound formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid are fully or partially replaced by a metal or ammonia. This is something you need to understand. So when you get an alkali, you react an alkali. Example, we can consider an alkali, sodium hydroxide. When it reacts with an acid, example of an acid, we can talk of hydrochloric acid. What is produced is a salt. What is the name of the salt that is produced? This compound we say 1, this is hydroxide 2. This is 1, this one I put it 2. So the one that is this side reacts with a 2 that is this side. So we are going to have sodium chloride, which is like this. Sodium chloride plus what? What is produced? We get to have water. How do we write water? Like this. So this is what you need to understand. So I've just talked about one property here. So those of you that are starting your tuitions now, make sure you drop a text on WhatsApp. And don't forget, I've got a Facebook page by my name, using the same name, Harrison J. Zuru Tutor. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Just follow me right now so that you get to be updated with every information we get to post as Harrisonite e-learning academy. For tuitions, the number is here. Let me help you. So for tuitions, don't forget to drop a text on WhatsApp on 0971 066747. Thank you for watching.